Okay, guys, so let's do the dance. Let's do a quick little screen share. Hopefully you can see my screen. Nothing but a party. All right. Okay, guys, party, 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 party. What could be more exciting? A little bit of Python. Let's do it. Okay, guys, so what I wanted to show you guys today was something called Skippy. So, Skippy is a packet crafting tool. You can use it to do custom packet crafting. So, you can do a ton of things. So I'm going to see just how much of this I can get through. So I'll do some real simple socket coding, and then we'll also do some packet crafting. So let's start with that. All right, so what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to open up a second terminal. So if you look, I've got two terminals running now. And now what I'm going to do on the first terminal is I'm going to dump the firewall. So if you look at the first terminal, I'm going to say sudo slash sbin iptables dash f as in Frank, and that's going to dump the local firewall that's running. Okay, this sucker sure is running slow. Can you tell my computer to be like a squashed tomato and catch up? Thank you. All right, so now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start a netcat listener. So I'm going to say ncat-l-v-p-1 2 3 4. Okay, so what that means is I've now opened up port 1 2 3 4 on my computer. So I've got port 1 2 3 4 listening on my computer, and now what I'm going to do is in my other terminal, I'm going to type Python. Da, 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 da. Okay, so we got ourselves a little Python going here. All right, and let's clear the screen and make the magic happen. So I clear my screen, and now I'm going to say import socket. So you have to import the socket modules whenever you want to talk to IPs and ports. So remember, source IP, destination IP, source port, destination port, those four things together make a socket. So if you want to talk to sockets, you need to import the socket module. So now I'm going to be real lazy, so I'm going to say s equals socket.socket, right? I'm going to throw in this parentheses, and I'm going to say socket.af underscore inet, and then I'm going to do socket.sock underscore stream. This is for based communications. Now, as soon as you do that, now I can say s.connect, and I'm going to throw this in two sets of parentheses, right? And then I'm going to say localhost, and then after that, comma 1 2 3 4. Okay, now I want you guys to look at that. So you built out this socket, and then you built out the connection to it. Looks like I need to, there we go. So now I can s.connect to this socket, just like that. And now you see that it's made a connection to the socket. If you look over here, do you guys see how it tells me connection received from that socket? Okay, so now I can s.send, and now I can throw in any data. Can you see me? I hit enter, and now you see that. Can you see me pop up on the screen? I'm sending data. right? So it shows you in basically 3 lines of code how you can put data on the wire. Now we can call that sucker data equals s dot receive, right? We'll make a little placeholder for that data, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, yes, I can see you. Now, do you guys notice how that data prompt is just hanging there open, right? So while that data prompt is just hanging there open, over here, I'm just going to hit enter. When I hit enter over here, you look back on this data prompt, you see how the data prompt is closed? So now, if I just type data, you'll see it says what? Yes, I can see you. So that's the data that came back, okay? All right, so now that you understand how socket coding works, if you wanted to make this UDP, this part here that says sock underscore stream, you would just change that to sock underscore dgram for datagram. And that's how you do UDP-based communications. So now what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to jump over here, kill this connection, and let's try and do some custom packet crafting. So there's a module that a lot of people like to use in Python. It's called Skippy. So let me go ahead and. So Skippy is a custom packet crafting utility. It's written in Python, and it allows you to use your Python interpreter with a domain-specific language. I know that sounds really, really crazy, but let's see if we can put it in English, and maybe that'll help you. So I'll say sudo Skippy. Now Skippy pops up and it looks just like that Python interpreter, doesn't it? So what I'm going to say is I equals IP, like this. Then I'm going to go I dot display, that, and now you can see that I can build out a full-blown packet with all of the different components. So IP version, type of service, the length, the flags, the time to live, all that stuff is configurable. I can change that to be anything I want. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that the IP address of my Linux, or my Windows machine. My Windows machine actually has a different IP. So there is my Windows machine. So let me nc space dash lv, I'll go ncat dash l dash v dash p 1 2 3 4. Okay, so my Windows machine is now listening on port 1 2 3 4 as well. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to i.dst, and then I need to give it what I want that sucker to talk to. So that's going to be 10.51. What was my IP? 10.51.20.71. There we go. So now I can clear my screen. I can i.display, and you can see he took my source IP, right? It took my source IP, and then the destination IP is my Windows machine. You know, as a matter of fact, let me change that. I'll try and put it on the same subnet. So I'll use my VMware default gateway IP address instead. Okay. That'll make it just a little bit easier. Now, how many of you guys are noticing, like, man, Joe, that was pretty easy to just change, right? Skippy just took it. Like, yep, sure it does. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say IC equals ICMP, like that, right? So now I've built two objects, right? So I can i.display. There's everything I got. And then I can do the same thing with IC.display. And now you see that it can do everything within ICMP. ICMP, all of the different ICMP type codes, right? Now, if I want to, I can send receive one packet that is both the I and the IC, right? And now you'll see that he put that packet on the wire for me. So we built out the full-blown packet. It's ICMP version 4, the type of service, the length. There's no flag set because it's ICMP. And then here's the actual payload inside of the packet. Now, let's say you want to change the game a little bit, right? And you want to do ICMP like this, right? My name is Joe. Yeah? Now I can do the exact same thing, but now look in the payload of the ICMP packet. So inside of the payload of the ICMP packet, I just put my name is Joe. So you just did ICMP tunneling. So here it is. You can build any packet that you want and then put in any data in that packet that you want. Okay, so let me make a quick little change, and I'll do all of this with a -u like that, and then I'll make it 4444. All right, so what I'm doing here is I changed my listener to be a UDP listener. What's a UDP listener? I'm listening on a UDP port 4444. I'm going to do all the same stuff that you saw me do with Skippy, and I'm going to do just a little bit of other stuff. So now I'm going to go U equals UDP like that, and now I can U.display, right? And now you can see source port is DNS, destination port is DNS, length and packet size is all ready to go. Right? Now I'm going to take that same I.dst from earlier, like that, and now I'm going to change the destination port. So I'm going to say UD port equals 4444, like that. Okay, so now I can U.display, like that, and now you can see the source port is 53, domain, destination port is 4444. Now, I'm going to do the same thing as earlier, and I'm going to send receive, but I'm going to change it instead of ICMP, I'm going to change that IC to U. So my name is Joe over UDP, like this. Okay, let me throw in a nice little carriage return. Nothing like sending data with a carriage return, right? So he's sending packets, he's sending packets, sending packets. Let's see. No, Joy? Hold on, man. Let me change that I.dst. Let's see if I got it. There we go. So there, you see that that data says, hey, my name is Joe over UDP, guys. So that's ICMP tunneling and UDP tunneling. All right. Whew. I think we did some good hardcore stuff today, yeah? All right. Well, I'm thinking let's wrap it up for the day, and we got to figure out what we're going to teach next week. So what I'm hoping that you guys will do is write some comments below. Let me know if you guys want to do more Python, if you want to do more PowerShell, if you want to do Metasploit, if you want to do Burp Suite, or if you want to do like exploit dev or reverse engineering or whatever. So I'm going to be doing these every day, or at least the first few days of every week from here on out. So let me know what you guys want to cover, and we'll do a whole lot more, okay? All right, you guys take care. Thanks for hanging out.